officials. What we've been doing in the last many years is trying to elect officials to make sure that all the populations are evenly and equally represented in diverse populations. So this is helpful. This is helpful to encourage those who have been successful to keep working, and to encourage those who are trying to be successful to let them know that they have support.
We as elected officials, we have a lot of like problems and like situations. I may have something that I don't know how to correct or handle that one of my fellow elected officials may have had to deal with and have found a solution. And so we network, we call back and talk. You know, in my town, I am the only ever black elected official. And so, unfortunately, some of my counterparts are still, even after 27 years on that council, don't like working with me. And so I have to call around and get advice and information and help from other minorities, and they help me. And so the networking works out well.
That way we can share ideas, just like you heard me mention about the fruits that we've reaped from the Haynesville Shale, the drilling activity in northwest Louisiana. We have a very ample reserve fund and an oil and gas trust fund. We obtained a AAA bond rating from Standard & Poor's, and there are ideas that we can exchange with each other to help us govern better.
Well, I think it's very important because we get to, we know iron sharpen iron, we get to talk and feel, and we know what each other are feeling, even though it may be a different state, but we're still doing the same purpose, and we all get together, and it just blesses the testimony of helping and what you experience, because sometimes you feel like you're the only one going through this, and then when you see people of life pressures fade, and it encourages you that you're not the only one that's dealing with that problem.
I'm fortunate being the state president. This is my second time being able to attend the networking, and it's just like I'm meeting old friends, even though we have some distance between us, Mississippi and Louisiana. I've had an opportunity to meet the new mayors, where last time I didn't have the opportunity to meet those individuals. It's important because it doesn't matter what state that you live in, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, whatever, we all seem to share the same problems. And whatever my problem is in my state, maybe somebody in Mississippi or in Texas has the same thing but has found an answer to it. So therefore, we network, we come together to help one another. What affects you may affect me also, and we may come together and find a common ground where we can solve each other's problems.
I think it's grown a lot. I've been around about 5 years, and I've seen it grown, and people can trust it. A lot of networks that come and go, or organizations come and go, but they have done their due diligence and been around, so you can trust that they're going to be around, and they're not just here for the moment. They've been through the time testing season of their network, and I think they are going to be around a while.
We don't engender this movement into the youth, then the movement will die. And so we are ready to pass the baton, but it's important that youth understand that the criteria for becoming elected officials should be service. So you can begin to serve the community as a high school student, post-high school student, and continue to do so. You don't have to wait to be elected to office. And so that's very important, it's service. Not just ambition, but service is important. Okay.
Yes, we right now we're losing our children to drugs and crime and gun violence, and we need to come together now and do something serious, or we're going to lose a whole generation of our children. We really are. I mean, right now I tell people the richest place on earth is not the bank. The richest place on earth is not Fort Knox. The richest place on earth is not the gold mine. The richest place on earth is the cemetery, because we're depositing our children every day. And it is unfortunate that this is happening. We have to stop drugs, and we have to stop the flow of weapons into our communities that's killing our children. Education and jobs. Education and jobs. If you educate our children, and everybody is not meant to go to college. So what happened to the industrial arts in school and the home economics in school? And I mean, bricklayers make good money, carpenters make good money, mechanics make good money. They used to teach that in our schools. They no longer teach that. And so now those kids that are not prepared to go to college, but who are good with their hands, are finding nowhere to go.
I did very well, and I felt a great love, and I felt a great connection, and I sensed a presence I've never felt before, where people are coming together, and you can feel the strength and the presence where we were drawing from each other. It's been a difficult time for our cities and our states, but I think if we all could come together and feel each other's pain and struggle, I think we could survive, because what one person is weak, and they say when you're weak, you have a good leader acknowledge his weakness and strengths, and we could draw from each other. So I felt it was a good presence tonight.
Education, like Ms. Johnson, one of the honorees spoke about earlier, education is the key. If we don't educate our children and broaden their horizon, they won't get anywhere. It's very, very important that they can communicate with us. If they can't communicate here, we can't expect them to communicate somewhere else. So education is the key. Well, I'd like to thank the honorees for their participation in the community, whether they were elected official or in the educational fields. These are some fields that I feel that's very important, that play a major roles, not just in our lives, but our children's lives. And I would hope that I could take away from here some ideas or some new things that I can bring to my community and share.
Per capita, the state of Louisiana and Mississippi are intricately locked. The state of Mississippi have more black elected officials than any other state in the union. Louisiana ranks number 2. We have more black judges than any other state in the union. I think it's almost an imperative that we have to talk to each other. It's a mandate, so to speak. And what we try to do is create a venue that allows the two states to come together and create a mechanism by which they can communicate better and more regularly. Each year we bring more and more people into the fold, and once they're able to see that you have a situation where, progress is going to go with or without you, then many of them come around and say, well, maybe it's time to start listening and communicating and telling people what they need to know, not just what they want to hear. Well, the two mayors from Mississippi, both Jackson and Vicksburg, are new BFFs, and we're looking forward to fruitful relationships and working with them to enhance their citizenship and enhance ours as well. So we're very excited about that prospect as well.
It brought people together from Louisiana and Mississippi. We're so close together in the things we do. We need to network, we need to cooperate with each other, and we need to help each other to get off the bottom.
Very enjoyable. I just wish more of my colleagues could have been present. However, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and make sure that I bring back some meaningful information that I can share with my other colleagues back home.
Would you please stand for the invocation to be